Hey, 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 peasants. Bloody knackered, but hey, got going with this. A new baby of mine. Westone Spectrum ST bass. I think we're going to have a closer look. So we have it laying down. As far as I can work out, this is a bass from 1986, so it's 30 years old. Plenty of dings, scrapes, bashes. Of course, it's going to need a very good clean-up, so we'll get on with that. But overall, in very nice, I suppose you'd call it used but not abused. Well, you say that. Definitely a lot of wear has been happening, or has happened, I should say. But let us not dwell on that too much. Machine heads are all correct, but we'll have a look under here to see if all this stuff is okay. Now, as you're watching this, anyone have any idea, because I'm trying to do some research into the tensile strength of 1st century Roman mail versus 11th century Anglo-Saxon English mail, or chain mail as some of you may know it. Now, I'm bloody sure that the technical process of 1,000 years would give the advantage to Saxon mail, especially at that time. Very first longbows were appearing in Britain, and they could punch through certainly early 15th century armour. So going for the stuff that Romans would have used. So that looks pretty much untouched. Now some numbers on there if anyone could say these are original, but I don't think anyone's been in there. Now, a good clean-up is the first thing, no question of that. But the main concern is this here. That's going to need a bit of an attention. I could leave it, but I'm not going to. The same here, not quite as bad obviously, but here, well, it's missing the stop button anyway, but yep, that's where the work is going to be. But we'll come back later and see what to do with that after it's had a good clean up. Beer. Okay, to the cleaning bits and pieces. Concentrating on the body here, you can see I've taken a lot of the hardware off. I've stuck them in a plastic thing, which at one point had chicken korma in it, which is very nice. sort out some recipes for yourself. I put them in there with some good old lighter fluid, or naphtha, whichever you wish to call it. Now for cleaning the body, I may have found daily shower cleaner to be quite good. Well, let's put it this way, I haven't had any bad results with it as such. This is a poly finish, seems to work okay. I haven't used it on any kind of nitro, and so I cannot say for sure what will happen there. And the same goes with any kind of lacquered or oiled. I think keep away from oiled stuff because that'll take the oil away. But liberal dosing. But clean rag. And take your time. But be quick, if you know what I mean. Maybe I will take these knobs off, or controls, rather. It degreases well, and if you're, for some reason your guitar has been affected by a large build-up of lime scale, this will probably help as well. I don't know if anyone actually had lime scale on their guitar for any reason, but well, you never know. And I cannot remove the pickup. It's in there, I think it's foam underneath, and it's been glued in, or probably a bit of tape on the other side, and of course, well, has some movement there, but anyway, the screws are in to be cleaned up with the naphtha, and we'll take it a bit further. As I said, the shower cleaner seems to work quite nicely. And I'm pending, oh well, should I put some teacups on this to try and give it a better go? I'm not sure, but we'll cross that bridge if and when we get to it. Well, we're getting up to the machine heads here, and you can actually see how dirty and disgusting all this is. Toothbrush, not too hard. Probably not your own. You might need it later. Maybe someone you don't like. I'll give them something to write home about, wouldn't it? Let's try and do this without taking them off. But if I have to take them off, so be it. On back to what I said before. 1st century Roman arms and armour against 11th century Saxon English or British arms and armour. I know the 1-on-1, the Thanes, Hask, Carls and Beard will actually knock 7 shades out of any legion, especially if they're fighting on home ground. And why am I on about this, I hear you think? It's for the rewrite of my current, well, revised edition of my book, which has been taken off Amazon, and I have actually sold some. Bloody hell. But it just wasn't good enough. I wasn't satisfied, so back to the laptop. I was going to say drawing board, but I suppose computers are today's current drawing boards. If you want to check up on my posts and story, you can check out alternatehistory.com and take it from me. It's not too bad a place anyway. But check it out. Lots of good stuff on there. Alternate history, as you may or may not know, involves what would happen if such and such happened instead of what actually did. There's a lot of stuff about the unmentionable sea mammal, which, let's face it, the Germans had no chance at all of invading Britain during the Second World War, even if they had managed to pull off a win in the Battle of Britain. It was unlikely, because only ever one time was half the RAF used. The other time they were up in the Midlands and Wales and Scotland. So if needs be, they can bring them down to the south and southeast. Plus there's a certain thing they has to be taken out of commission first, and that's a little thing called the Home Fleet of the Royal Navy. If things get really dodgy, you can get the Atlantic Fleet and the Mediterranean Fleet come to the aid of the home country, the mother nation. And their plan of using Dutch barges to tow behind various frigates and destroyers was a complete no-go anyway. You get a good torpedo boat in amongst that lot and they've had it, let alone any submarines. Well, there you go. And that even doesn't include the capital ships like, say, Prince of Wales, King George V, Repulse, Renowned, Ark Royal, which is not still by far the largest navy in the world. Yes, I admit we did come a little unstuck in the Far East, but those wiry Japanese get everywhere, don't they? Another case of winning the war and losing the peace. Totally screwed over by the Yanks as well. How come they were the only nation to make a profit on the war and lose more? Well, we lost more men than they did. We actually had more civilian deaths in Britain than all the armed forces of the United States did in Vietnam. But hey ho, things happen. I think that looks a little bit better. I'll get on closer. Oops. Or not, as the case may be. But hey ho, that's it for now. I think that will be it for this little segment anyway, until we come to repair bits and pieces like this. I'm going to have to do quite a bit of more research onto how to do this, but there's many a good site out there, better than me. If you check on who I subscribe to, some very good persons there. Okie dokie, that's it for now.